How y'all doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Misunderstood podcast with myself, Brian Jeffrey, and my co-host.
Regina, Gina G.
That's right. We are here with episode 6, and we are continuing our trauma bonding series. Okay, here on the Misunderstood podcast. For those who just came in, I'm gonna say it again. I'm Brian Jeffrey, and this is my beautiful co-host.
Regina, Gina G.
Now I ain't gonna say it again. No, but as y'all know, we oh my goodness. But no, so as you know, we always start off with our top of the day toast. And the toast has been healing out loud, but I'm gonna add to that this time. Healing out loud and true unconditional working everlasting love. Wait, and honest love.
Say something ridiculous on top. I'll keep it there right now.
So
But anything is possible.
But so today we are talking about, like I said, we're continuing our trauma series right now, and we are in the portion of trauma responses, right? So we always think of trauma responses as negative. We're always like, trauma response typically is like, oh, you're lashing out in a relationship over the little things, you're shutting down, you're always picking a fight, you're nitpicking, you're staying out late because you're not used to that, or you're too possessive. We always think of it as a negative thing, right?
Right.
But we never take the time to think of it another way, and that is loving. You know, the opposite of the hate is love, you know, the mad stuff. So we talk about loving today, but in a trauma response.
Mm-hmm. So I'll jump in real quick, just so like I always got a story because I came through the door again. Right. if you new here, my thing is I come through the door just all right, a tat tat and getting ready to talk, and then I stumble upon the topic. So I was talking about when I came in about how I'm meeting nice guys now that I'm more healed and like tackling my trauma and not running from the shit. Also decentering trauma from my life, but we'll talk about that in another episode.
Right.
But I'm meeting nicer guys whose response to their trauma is love bombing or trying to position themselves to be more important than they actually can uphold in my life, right? Like the last guy I dated, or kind of dated or didn't date, situational ship person, right? Mm-hmm. The last person who I would leave the door unlocked for, right? He would show up in ways that I needed, right? Like I was so busy at the time. So he would like cook for me, he would clean for me. And like I'm into gender roles, but not that deep. So I would appreciate that, right? But then when I'm like texting him, hey, can you run by the house real quick and do XYZ? He's never available. So it's like, is you ain't this good? Like, because it's jarring.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And at the end, I realized, oh, you're not consistent in that. That is just your response to things being tight. Then I had to take it a step back and be like, oh, every time he was cooking and cleaning or doing that extra for like that month or whatever, we stopped talking the month prior to that. Or we just had a spat. Or I just brought up like, we can't keep dancing in this gray space. Like it's been 6 months, 7 months, 9 months, a year. Like, what's up?
So, I mean, I guess my trauma response in terms of loving would have to be, I won't say so much now because I'm trying to do better at it. So I'm going about this particular one a different way. But before it was loving too hard, too fast. Like, I gotta make sure that it's there. Like, I would definitely fall in love sometimes too fast. You know what I'm saying? So it was about, let me get it now. Let me secure it now. Let me do everything I can. Let me stop my life to do this one, because that's what you think you want, because you see something so much of people together and losing apart, or people close to you dying, or people close to you leaving, you know, stuff like that. So you immediately start what I like to call loving and latching.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? The double L's is crazy. And we think of that as, I don't see anything wrong with that. It's nothing, but it's like, it's not a thing of like loving wrong. You have the, like I said, right idea, wrong strategy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you gotta, I had to learn to, like, back up, take time, love me first. Love me first. Then you can get to giving it all out. You know what I mean? So it took me a while.
I call it is loving properly, right?
Loving properly, yeah.
I gotta love niggas properly, right? Because I had, I got the same, that's why we get along so well. Like, we the same person, just in different bodies, right? And so when I realized that I was loving too fast and too hard, I had to really sit with myself and be like, are you just a lover girl? And I am. I'm just a lover girl. I really just want to fall in love and be in love with everybody, right? My friends, the work that I do, I want to be in love because that's what makes life feel rich to me, right?
Right.
But I gotta love shit properly, right? Like, if you as a friend are telling me that, like, nigga, the only time we really have good times is when we out partying and drinking and da 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 da, and I'm trying to bring you like to the theater, or I'm trying to show you some shows, or I'm trying to ask you to run lines with me, and none of those other things are working, it's not that you're a bad friend and I don't love you. I do love you.
Right.
I just love partying with you. So you're my party friend. And some people, when I explained that to somebody, they was like, that just seems like you're just using people. It's so transactional. And I was like, it's not transactional. It's taking people and accepting them as they are, right? Because I do have friends like me and you. We started off as just working together. Time went by. Then we added more onto it, and that worked too. Time went by. Now we talk more often. And at first, it was like, that was weird. Or I would come in to record to do more work because I know that works for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, yo, I was having this, and this going on. And he was like, why didn't you me?
Right. Right. Like, right.
If you, like you say, give yourself the time, love will grow. In the time it's supposed to grow. How it's supposed to grow.
In the time it's supposed to grow. Exactly.
And it feed your soul.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. Love is supposed to feed your soul. It's supposed to be a help and not a hindrance. Yes. Sometimes love can hurt, it can sting, but it don't mean that it's necessarily bad. Sometimes, that's why it's called tough love. You know what I mean? Like, that's what a parental figure is for. It's supposed to be tough love, but there's supposed to be tough love and compassionate love. And right.
That's the compassion part.
And the problem is, I just feel like a lot of us, our trauma is so deep that our response when we love is that we go in there accepting all conditions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously.
Mm-hmm. And I put it like this because, sorry, touch my soul. The reason why I said I had that visceral reaction is because I realized that unconditional love does not mean accepting all conditions.
Right. Right.
Boy, in the minute I had that realization, I was like, "Oh, did you have a V8 today?" You remember that commercial?
Yeah. Like, I always say that thing. You could have had a V8.
Yeah, V8 Splash was the shit.
Yeah, it was, still is. But the thing is,
they still make.
Yeah, absolutely, 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 absolutely. Target. I was gonna say Wally World, but right now,
what they do? Well, they always doing something. What they do this time? I really don't.
I'm gonna say it in a very coded way.
Okay, but I might get it. Hold on, hold on. Let me get ready to catch.
The Africans sold their people to the white man. They invested their people to the upcoming white man. Yeah.
Oh.
I coded that in the history lessons for you people wants to know that.
To get us back on a lower track. Yo, really? Well, I mean, I read anyway. You know, I'm not an idiot, but like I be reading other stuff based off of some of our topics. And so one of the things that kind of what we was talking about, that our trauma be so deep, right? I read something, or maybe you said it, whatever. I read something that was like sometimes our trauma responses become our personality.
Oh yeah, I said that.
Yeah. So something else about it, and I was just sitting there like chewing on it, like chewing on it, because like this is a part of that too, right? It
is
because you can then be like, "Oh, I've been through so much shit, so let me just be nicer." Right? Like, yes, someone ran me over with a car.
Right.
It's okay.
Toxic positivity. We all know those people.
So like, yeah, yo, you be making me read because I read a little deeper in it, and it's like that's how, to your point, I want to approach love different.
Yeah, toxic positivity is such a dangerous tool. It's literally like a wolf in sheep's clothing, like because you think it's one thing, but it's literally not that at all. It's just got the face of it. It also reminds me like it's somewhere, it's in the Bible where it says
you better quote
where it says that people can have the form of God, but actually are not. Like it's like that type of thing. And so when people are like that, it draws me away. It pushes me away. I mean, like I retreat everything, but because it's like I don't think that you're being genuine. Like, you know what I mean? Like once I realized
it's like the uncanny valley of the spirit world. Yeah. You know, it's like something's off here.
Right. It's because I can't trust you.
Never
right. Because I don't know what's going to happen. Like, let's say you're all positive, all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you pop off, you about to shoot me and everybody else. How do I know?
So the same situational ship that I was talking about, everybody else publicly knew them as like a super sweet person, always been over for everybody, like go the extra mile, right?
Yeah.
And then we be in the house drunk, chilling, just having like pillow talk, and they're like, "Yeah, I actually don't like that person."
And that's the thing, and that's that toxic positivity.
Just when I'm like, hey, I don't like so and so, so I don't talk to them. I don't be around them. Like I have no ill for them. Yeah, I brought them some water the other day because I don't hate this person. I just don't mix with their personality. And they kept calling me phony, and I was like, yo, I love people.
And I'm gonna say something,
because you can even have love for your enemy, right? You just like, I love you enough just to let you keep breathing.
Right. And I'm gonna say this. And I don't want nobody to take this no type of way, because this is definitely just something I've noticed. There is the hugest case of toxic positivity. It's like a plague in the theater community, music theater community, like any of it, like the whole conglomerate of it. It is like we do not step off stage and leave whatever on stage. Like it is literally, we don't know who is actually our friends versus who's not. Like the ones I call
something crazy.
What?
I got a crazy ass story to that same point today. So
tell me.
I tell you this. So this is a live reaction.
Oh man, this is a live reaction, y'all. I'm scared.
So remember I told you I was in meetings all day on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
In meetings all day on Tuesday. It started at 12. The meeting stopped at 4:30. There were the same people in most of these meetings. One person in particular was scheduled for each meeting that I was scheduled for. They made it to the third out of 4 1-hour-long meetings, and then they were conspicuously gone. The next morning, I get to work early. I find the corner that I like working in, and I'm working in because I don't work in my office for other reasons.
Right.
I'm working in my corner, and somebody comes up to me and go, "Hey, the person who missed the last meeting but was in meetings all day is doing the walk of shame. But in each meeting that they attend, people were shouting them out, telling them that they love them. Come to find out that the issue has been persistent for at least 12 weeks. So I have been saying that because I peeped game about the space, the entertainment space being inauthentically manufacturing feelings that do not actually exist, I played the game too. But bitch, I'm a good actress.
Man, let me tell y'all something.
Yes. And when I tell people that the reason why I'm a good actress and I play the game here, because I've always had to play the game. I come from white retail, I come from policy debate. I never code switched for race. But I will play this cold switch game for emotions because I know what the real game is. It's deeper than that. Right. I tell people all the time, a lot of us hide behind characters because we don't want to deal with who we really are.
And that's and that's the thing. And that's the thing. Like a lot of my theater colleagues I considered friends. Yeah. And then like as time
it only took me 4
as time went on, I found out more and more things and things. It was just kind of like, yeah, some of them, not all of them.
But when you find the ones who be the closest to you hate you.
I'm telling you, it's the worst. But I'm gonna tell you this, and as bad as it made me feel for like, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I did not get affected because I did at it for a while. But after a minute, like as bad as it made me feel, I was like, you know what? I get it. I get it. And then I was like, and then I had to be like, you know, don't hate me because you ain't me.
So okay, I giggled and went away, but since you opened the door, you know I'm gonna kick it in. I always said, now that I've done some healing, right? I always said, wasn't me, I would probably hate me too. And I get it, like, but the interesting thing that people who take that position of, you know, taking the stage too far is what I'm starting to call it. Because I've just started to grapple with it's like from the situationship to friendships that I've been trying to forge to like producers and directors who don't realize that they are also actors too. So we will see each other in different capacities. Like, yo, we gotta figure this out and we don't have to be fake to each other. I can work with anybody, you feel me? If the work's good, I don't have to make you be in love with me to give a good work product.
Right. Right. And I I am like thinking about the fact I'm like, you know, someone really don't like me because and they're pretending like they do. Because I have yet to have one person but they do because I'm me all the time. You don't get there is no, oh, he's this way, then over here. No, if I don't like you, I don't like you, and you know it. You know what I mean? Like I won't even like I'm like, hey, but it's no conversation. You know what I mean? If I want to help you, I'm going to help you. There's no motive. But the problem, you know, I am very literal and just black and white when it comes to how I feel. If we're on that path, then we're on that path. You know what I'm saying? But it's they don't like that I'm the same. And I do know that. And even on stage, and the reason why I have accolades thing, you know, and this is the most humble way, is because I am just honest in what I do. I'm honest in the character. I'm not trying to, I don't care if I get a nomination. I don't care if I get an award. I don't even care if you like me. If I feel good about it, you'll know. And it's
To
like,
your
hey,
horn, friend, to your horn. Because that's the one thing that also like really grinds my gears about this is because we all know what's going on, right? Like it's not like I think entertainment is the space where we all know that we're playing a game and we still force people to play it. That's why we having the revelations that we're having now about right? Because it can't go on for 20 years as in what
right, right.
me?
I don't know.
Oxymoron. Y'all should read more.
And this is the other thing why you were saying that I just thought about. And the other thing that they don't like about me is um that who they perceive me as, I don't let define me.
So that parlays me to the point that I was trying to make, but I was about to ramble. Authenticity and directness scares people, especially it scares people blanketedly, I think, especially people who've survived trauma, right? But directly and particularly people in the entertainment community that we exist in. Because if you are too direct, like you said, I wrote in my journal, I'm 100% myself in every space that I'm in. There's just levels to 100% of me, right? I cannot 100% be me, smile, laugh, and you never really know anything about me. My co-stars asked me tonight because we all like spend like well, anyway, a cast member asked me tonight. She was like, "You just said you had a birthday." I was like, "Right." She was like, "And that you're really excited to make it to this age." I was like, "Right." She was like, "And you talked about it for a while." I was like, "The point." She goes, "I don't know how old you are." And I replayed that conversation 3 times in my head, and I don't think you ever said it. I said I didn't. And I went in the back and put my shit down.
Right. Like it's so it reminds me of a couple things. So first, before I tell you what it reminds me of, like my mom used to have this thing that says, well, she still says it to me, like if I ever feel like I'm anxious or not afraid, but just kind of like about something, like pause, like cautious. She'd be like, listen, she'd be like, as long as they're here on earth and they're human, they they pee and poop the same way you do.
Yes.
And so I said, okay, so that's why I ain't afraid of a person, like whatever. Um, um, but this thing that happened was the other day, and it was a gentleman who is kind of higher up, and we have the same name, first name Brian, right? His spelled with the I, my spelled with the Y, and so I'm like, hello everyone, hello everyone. I'm like, I was like, hi, I'm Brian. I'm Brian. How are you? I said the other people there at the table, and I got to him, and he was just like, I'm like, he's like, what's your name again? I said, Brian. He said, Brian. I said, oh, you're Brian. I said, oh, okay, cool. Then he goes, and he's like sizing me up, like grilling me, which I get it because I know it's like consideration stuff. But my thing is like, you're not gonna sun me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna sun me. Like, you're not gonna sun me. And so it was just like, I don't care who you are, or how old you are, or what you have, or what you're not gonna do that. Relax, son. Because one wrong thing can end your whole career. Stop it. And so he goes, he's like, oh, and so I'm like, yes, yes. And he goes, is it I with the Y? I go, with the Y. He's like, with the what? I said, with the Y. He said, with what? I said, how about this? I said, my Y is not your I. I said, well, I gotta go. Thank you. And he was like, well, because like,
why we playing with my name?
right? Because, and that's how I knew you were trying to send me, because after I said it, you said, yeah, like I don't. If you wouldn't have reacted like, oh, what does that mean? Then I'd have been like, okay.
Sorry.
If he would have been like, huh? Oh, no, no, no. Then I'd be like, no, it's fine. I was just joking. But the fact you said, oh, and had a little chuckle, yeah, never, don't do that. I do not like when people try, because then there you got to see that other side of me that this why people in business be like, nope, when he says this is what he wants, this is what he wants.
That's why my why is not your I.
Exactly.
And again, I'm having those because again, I'm learning this space on the fly, right? And somebody said to me today, thank you. First of all, I always shout out my friends who really be rocking with me, the universe, God, love, energy, whatever you want to call it. Because tonight they was my cast was talking about like how much they work and this, that, and the third. Thanks. And I was about to be like open and share and did it because I was popping this year, right? And I'm very thankful and blessed because I've been praying for it. I've been balancing it. I'm thankful, right? I was about to say it. Like every time I tried to open up to be like, yo, I want, oh yeah, never. I got cut off. And I realized as I continued to listen, oh, snap. This circle I can share that I've been doing what I was doing for what I've been doing. You feel me? They don't want to hear the number of shows that I was doing. They don't want to hear. I did a 1-woman show this year. They didn't want to hear that. Like,
you did.
They didn't want to hear that, right? So at the end of their conversation that kept like, I couldn't get back in and y'all see, I jump in and on conversation when I want to say something, right? Couldn't get in. At the end, the only other Black lady in the room goes, but I know you've been booked. This is the only show I've ever done with her. I've seen her at rehearsals because I've either worked. I've seen her at auditions because I've either been in an audition and she's been like walking in and walking out while I've been coming in, or in or out, or I worked a rehearsal an audition because I worked one this year on the Check People Inside and she came in, right? So I noticed her face, but I've only seen her in the work capacity. But she knows most of the times I've been on the stage this year. And it's like, we can't even trust if people are clocking that lovingly in this space because they can present it as such and it'd be a whole nother.
It is always a whole other thing because
and I think we're missing the opportunity to really authentically engage with people because we can show the world how.
And you know why? And you know why?
No,
that's our trauma response. That's the thing. That's about this love thing, loving, like the love as a trauma response. Love is just not about intimacy, about the friendship. It's about the giving in to the vulnerability of another person in some type of relationship, just like we do with God, like that agape love. We got to have that friendship, that phileo love, or whatever it's called.
No,
philia. Yeah.
Yeah, philia.
Yeah. So it's like, you got to kind of, do that thing. And it's a thing. We meet people and we desire a connection of some sort to somebody in some way, but then we approach them with a wall. And then after a while, we'll break down the wall, but then we think, oh, we're home free. No, then we're behind bars. So therefore, you can stick your hands through, you can kiss them, you can even, if they turn around, and then you get to a point, then finally you get a key and unlock them. Then finally you have the clarity, the pull through. You know what I mean?
Chisel ice.
Yeah. So it's just like, but it's like, when are we going to get sick? When are we going to get tired of the walls? Because at some point we live in these walls and they start to cave in on us. And then now we're sitting there and we're suffocating. But you think it's everybody else. Like, I just need to be alone. It's because you're suffocating yourself. And I had to learn that. And I'm telling you from experience, this is not something that I'm talking about hearsay. Yes, I've seen it, but I'm talking about things I have experienced for myself. We cannot let the self walls suffocate us. We got to chip this down.
This feels like a sermon.
I'm just saying, we can't let it suffocate us. And then we have to stop letting the jail bars hold us back from just getting right there. Because when you're there and you're behind those bars, you have that feeling like, I know there's something, and the other person's like, there's something blocking us. There's something blocking it. I don't know what it is. I can't get to it. Something's blocking it. Something blocking it. Take the jail bars. Take the key. You hold the key. It's not the other person. It's not the other person. It's you. You're holding the key. There's a reason why you always get to the same point in the same relationships with the same type of people. And then you finally get in that one that's going to challenge your ass. Take the challenge, tear down the wall, take the key, open the gate, let the bars go. You cannot soar until you learn how to fly. Please get out. You know how to walk. You've done this. You've been crawling. You've been doing this. You had enough practice, honey. It's all right. Get off the bench, play the game, get in the paint, go hard. Stop quitting. It's not going to happen overnight. Play the game, do all the quarters, and go into double, triple overtime if you have to. You know when you're playing the right team. This is for the championship. It's time out for all that play. It's for the championship. Go on. Shoot the basket, get in the paint, go hard, bro. Just saying. That's what I had to do. That's what I had to do.
Same, friend. Fucking same.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, it's not easy, but it's worth it.
Hell yeah.
It's worth it. And you got to give yourself the space, the time, the grace, the opportunity to get it done.
Yeah.
Do you think?
And it's not even just about because
schooling me tonight.
Because we gotta understand that we really are in this together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if we want to go spiritual, we know that it's not every man for himself. It's like in the gospel, you are supposed to connect to your brother, their brother, them, because he says one can chase 1,000, two can send 10,000 to flight. That's just talking about prayer. You know what I'm saying? So imagine, you know what I'm saying? That's legions, bro. So then after that, or if you want to think about it in a scientific way, all energies connect. Nothing disappears. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It just exists. It is up to us to shift where the energy goes. The only energy, the negative energy can be,
No, go ahead.
Oh, the negative energy can be destroyed or overcome or switch as long as we switch it, because it chooses. That's why love conquers all. That's why when we're born, we don't know what hate is. We don't know what anger is. We only know what compassion, love, and joy. And I see everything behind rose-colored glasses. That's why. Because we learn that stuff. And we see that stuff, we experience it, we're never taught it. We're just saying, yeah, if somebody hit you, hit them back. If somebody talking about you, talk to me like it's, I ain't saying no punk, don't get me wrong. I've had my fair share, got my scars, got my stripes. Trust. You know what I mean? I'm from the south side of heaven, okay? I'm right there, right outside. I'm with Peter. Okay. I'm brushing Peter's floor because they said if I hit one more angel, one more cherub, I'm gonna have to stay on the outside. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, and I'm ordained to the Lord, but I'm gonna be real with you. Okay. Go to Proverbs. Go to Proverbs. Hello, go to Proverbs. Go to Proverbs. And paraphrase it. It's a script, it's a passage in Proverbs that says, a fool will get hit in his mouth. It says something like a fool runs his mouth and it inviteth a beating. That's pretty much what it says. Meaning a fool will get hit in his mouth. So I'm just saying, don't try me. I love you, but just don't do it. And I'm not using it. I'm just saying what it actually says. I'm not taking nothing from it, putting nothing to it. That's what it means. Look it up. Use the Message version. Use the English. Say the same thing. I love you, but don't try me. Anyway, but all that to say,
the word.
We're doing this together. Unity is the key. A house divided cannot stand. I'm just saying. Go ahead. And that's why we are going to what we're going into in 25.
Because I'm on the checked out team. I'm in a night.
In the words of my girl, Miranda Priestley, why is no one ready? That's all.
The blessing you just bestowed upon us. Because the only thing I wanted to add, first of all, thank you.
Thank you for allowing the space for it to happen.
Baby, it's normal. Mm. I just want to say thank you. I always take the time for my friends, especially the male persuasion ones, not centered or biased. I just know what it's like.
Yeah.
I've been watching. I just want to say thank you because, like, we need to hear that raw and authentically, that directly. And I always support that when it comes from a Black man, because that's a level of vulnerability that, especially in just the world we live in, but especially in the community we in, right. Especially with the hats and accolades that you have and wear, and it's tricky.
Yeah.
It's getting sticky. But I want to say thank you because we need it. It's boy, when you let a Black man cook.
That's what I'm saying. When you let us cook, we have so much to give, bro.
And so that leads me to my second point, right? You know the journey I've been on. You've been seeing me at different points of this journey. I'm so happy we here now because I've done a lot of healing and and I made a concerted effort. Me, God, and demons, nigga. Me, God, and a demon sat down and was like, listen, bitches. I'm going to choose to let these hoes. I wasn't put in the vessel of a Black woman's body. Literally the genius, since we talk about science, the science of love, right? The Henrietta Lacks of it all is me being born and identifying as a Black woman means I have the genotype, the spirit, mind, and heart to produce life of every head, arms, legs, heart, and every rendition thereof that can come out here. Every color, creed, and sect you want to make, I can make it. My genotype. I know my history. So I said to God after I asked him to make me the manifestation of love, since he wasn't going to give me love. And once I figured that shit out, I said to him, well, now that I figured out that I can create all humans, I need you to help me figure out how to love all of them. And so where I'm standing here, not the end of that journey, but understanding that, oh, wait, we're about to do the final exam of that journey because I asked for it. I took this class. I'm in college and I signed up for it. Now that we're here, it's one of those things where it's like, how do you apply that? Facts. In spaces where people are determined to misunderstand? How do you apply your knowledge? Where people are telling you, we'll use algebra in real life. Cool. Can I see your budget? Because all that is algebra.
You do use algebra.
You know, right. You know what?
The root and all that stuff, you need that.
Never mind. Let's just go on and
my favorite is when they say, well, I'm taking geography. I don't need that. Do you if you shut down if I'm gonna just say it real quick. If right now, let's say some phenomenon happens when the planets align, that's supposed to happen soon. Like when all the planets align. Let's just say that happens. I'm not saying this is going to happen. So all you conspiracy theorists, shut up. That is not what I'm saying. Imagine if the planets align something, right? And all like the electronics are like GPS signals are messed up. Who can still read a map? I know I can. But who right now in this new generation, this generation alpha?
It's a map. I'm sorry.
Who can read the map? Dora the Explorer ain't gonna be there. Because according to AI, Dora the Explorer then busted down. She's somewhere busting down the stripper pole, and then she was the city girl. Then she was a crackhead. Then she going through her times.
Wait, well, pause.
Oh, they had some.
Dora's Spanish.
Yeah.
So if she's stripping, I know she's thick as fuck. Is she? Is it pictures?
Yeah. Her in Boots, but no.
Dora,
and Boots is doing this thing.
Explorer, Dora.
But
pause. Because you know I'm having that masculine moment. I'm not gay. I just like flirting with women. It makes me feel good, and I'm gonna send you home. All right.
So you're a baiter.
A baiter.
A gay baiter.
Like I'm a bait like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a bait. Like I like everybody to feel good. So I flirt with men too.
So okay.
So I flirt with everybody. So I flirt with everybody. And then when I can realize that I'm flirting a lot and I'm like, I've been like maybe extra sexual than I normally am, I always hit niggas with the whoa. Now, Don't touch me. I don't care who what you
Not
are.
you misleading.
Don't touch me. I want you to go. No, I go. Go. I want you to go home and fuck whatever you typically fuck like you wanted to fuck me right now.
I like this shirt. Ain't it cute?
Have a good time on my dime.
Ain't it cute?
Because it was nothing. Because it ain't tricking if you got it.
Isn't it cute?
You look rude.
Look, I got it from
shorts too.
Thank you. I got this from Bottle of Bread in Baltimore. It's like a bottle of bread. It's on Reed Street. It's like a little antique boutique consignment shop, but also new. And it's got like really good like vintage things too. It's got new things, of course, but it's. I got a Woolrich jacket.
Oh, what? Wards?
Woolrich. Remember Woolrich?
No.
You don't remember Woolrich? The store, like the label, the company from back in the day. They were all the best coats.
I heard you say Woolworth.
No, they sold them in there though.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
Let me tell you, no, Woolworth was the thing, but they sold them in like strawberry, like different places, but they were big to do. They're great. Some of the best coats, like for real. But
well, can you take me coat shopping?
Like outerwear, yeah.
Yeah, I still get a coat from the Big B.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to say them names like I'm hating on. It's just like I want to elevate my style. That's all. Get my shit.
I like BCF.
Yeah, no, that's the Big B.
I know. That's what I said. I said I like BCF.
Yeah, okay. So I stay on their sale rack though. I guess I should just go over to their regular price rack.
Yeah, it's not that different.
No, but like if I want
$3 versus 20 is okay. But
$6.99 pack of chicken back for the $6.40.
But that's fine. That's called frugal. That's called smart. That's called smart. I'm frugal just on a larger scale. I'm frugal though on a larger scale. And no, that does not mean I have a larger pet. I'm just saying I have a.
I'm about to say, teach me your ways. Teach me your ways.
No, but you can find what you want for a good price and still pretty much roundabout because like a lot of little things add up as opposed to just buying the one big thing and then you're chilling. And then you have more because the tax,
slowly realizing that because again, friends like you in my life, and I'm like, oh.
So another way is to pay yourself. Every paycheck, pay yourself. I learned it from my mom. You pay yourself every check you get. Pay yourself, even if it's a gig check. Pay yourself. You set the price. It could be $5, it could be $10, it could be $1, it could be $20. You know what I'm saying? Pay yourself, but I have it set up so a certain percentage comes out.
So with the pay yourself money, what do you do? Whatever you want with it?
No, that's your saving. Help save money.
Okay, so right now, I don't know why we talk about money, but I'll just give you my little tip.
Because it's part of trauma response, loving yourself correctly. Because we didn't learn about financial literacy.
Don't talk about, you know what? I'm not, because I can't go all night with you. Anyway, so my regular gig, like my real job that I love, I really love this job. I'm excelling at it. I get it split up 3 ways. I have 10% go into an account. I have $50 go into my savings account, and then the rest goes into my like money that I have to live off of. But even that's
like an expense account.
Right. But then that expense account is split into 2. So it's like one is a reserve that I like 1 week, week 2 money type shit. Right. So I'm trying to, again, get balance, but to pay myself money, right, which is the same as account, I'm trying to up that to 75 a week.
Okay.
Which is aggressive. Happen. It's aggressive, but
it can happen.
Do it. Right. And I want to be able to, because it's coming from my regular job, have a gig filling that money.
Yeah, that's
the goal going forward. So again, thank you for sharing, because I also realize, like you said earlier, you give everything away for love, right? Because of the trauma that you've been in. Nigga, I am quick to say I ain't got no money. But then if somebody I'm dealing with or care about needs it, then I find
it. And it's like
cents of dollars. And it was like, ma'am, you almost got evicted. Oh.
I mean, it's literally like, I know where mine stems from, the loving and latching, right? Because I was a proud loving and latching member. Okay. But I had retired. I have retired my L&L patch.
What mother says? She says, I'm a recovering undercover.
That was a mess. It's okay. I'll figure it out.
I'm an undercover overcover lover. I'm a recovering undercover over lover. Yes, I'm a recovering undercover over lover.
Right.
And I die for you.
But it's
I want to help.
No, it's okay. I'll just clean it up later. I'll clean it up later. I'll just refill. But yeah, so before we go to the last segment.
Oh yes.
Before we go to the last segment.
Mix.
Before we go
I mean, I got plans.
That's the same thing. It's still with it's no different.
Okay. All right.
It's just a different reserve.
I'll take a little bit. But
yeah.
If the Henny and the makers if Henny don't mark right.
No, you just sip them or you don't chug like it is then. That's not fair. It's supposed to be mine first. But no, good. Anyway,
so, are we about to propose?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's my answer. Just
y'all calm down. Y'all calm down. Y'all about to be actually. Y'all about to take this to the moon. Y'all relax.
It's cute.
Yes.
All right. So I had it. All right. Before we go to the last segment, I'm gonna say of my trauma love series. Right. I had this ex who I was fucking in love with. Right. Like in love. He know who he is when fucking mentioned. He was Jamaican.
Papa.
I had penis like that. So. Anyway, I said to him one day after we was broken up but hanging out again or whatever. I said to him while we was out drinking. I was like, yo, I just need to have a real moment with you. And like, because we friends, you about to find out how weird of a friend I am. He was like, I've always known, but go ahead. I said, yo, I felt ugly around you. Like, you so fine, you make babies fall over themselves. So I've always felt ugly around you. Like, am I ugly? Now, you know, it just struck me like that. This nigga looked me dead in my eyes and he said, all right, G, I'm gonna give you a real answer because I know you really being real right now. I was like, yes, please, for once. He said, nigga, if you not as fine as I am, you finer. That's why I kept you. And he ordered us another round of drinks. And I appreciate that, man, because that's when I started to entertain the idea that I'm.
And that's funny because that brings us to our next segment before the last segment. And what it is it's a game. It's a game, and it's actually called Pickup Lines.
Shit. Oh, ooh.
So
I got some good ones.
So what it is, I'm explaining the game. So the game is it's the pickup line, like, and it's based off honest reaction. Okay. Not so it's two categories. You got honest reaction, and then you have think about it. Honest reaction is you don't get a chance. You don't get 60 seconds to think about it. You have to give your answer right then and there. No thinking. It's like no ums. You have to go right off the top of the head. It's kind of like the fast play on Family Feud. The think about it is when you get 6 seconds. Think about whether or not you would take that person into consideration, go on a second date or go on a date at all. Okay. It's just called pickup line. So that's the two things. Okay. So, fast response. Is that what I told you? Yes. Fast response and think about it. Okay. So that's what it is, or honest response. So whatever.
Pick each other.
Huh?
We try and
pick just pick up line. It don't matter. Yeah. And this could be done with friends, a group. It's just about pickup lines. It don't have, it's not, it can be whatever you want. It's just, it's just it's a hypothetical game. Okay. Huh? Okay. So I'm gonna choose a category I want. I'm gonna say honest response, but you can give the pickup line. And that's how it works. The other person receiving chooses the response.
Okay. So you want me to give you a pickup line? really like your haircut. I noticed your lineup. I just want to know if I can lick your part from beginning to end.
Hey yo.
No. No.
I'm gonna give it a what did you say? What did I say? Fast response?
Yeah.
Oh. That was my fast response. Like maybe.
Okay.
That's a maybe.
No.
It's not a no.
Not
because acknowledging a men's cut is crazy.
I know. But
if y'all ain't noticed.
I was about to say, but I knew they wouldn't have picked up that.
Shout out to Greg.
Because you don't know how many.
Also, brotherly love Roman,
by being
Caprice, and Tony.
Sorry,
that's my main barber. No, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. I just thought about it.
But like, I guess I'm giving some game away, like $1 million a game, right? Like, here's some game.
Go ahead.
You don't know how many men I make melt, like just a little bit by being like, I want your haircut. And he go,
I ain't gonna lie. When the girl did it to me, that joint was like, oh, hey girl, what's up? And that's why never mind. Anyway, all right.
All right, your turn. All right, so I picked the category of what?
Yeah, pick the category.
First response or reaction. I'll do reaction.
Like honest reaction. Okay. Yeah. Honest reaction. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How much does the polar bear weigh?
A lot, I'm sure.
How much does a polar bear weigh? Tell me.
A lot.
No. Enough to break the ice. My name is Brian. Look at that. 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 See? Look, see? It works every time.
So hood girls love corny shit. If you could just stick through the angry, we love the corny.
You can't, because I know it. That's why I was like,
speak for all hood girls.
You got to be a Virgo man to do that. Because you see how she was doing that. And I was just like, yeah, but that's not the question. I said, how much does it weigh? And I said, no, that's not the answer. But you see, I'm asking her how much does it weigh. But she's like, and then I'm like, that's not the answer, though, what you just said.
Honest response, my honest reaction is I would continue to talk to you, although you are.
Oh, that's just a slide kind. That's just the icebreaker.
In a good way.
Because that's why I said enough to what? Break the ice. It's very literal, but it's funny and it's corny.
Broke. I'm sitting over here like, it's not warming up. All right, sorry.
All right, your turn. I'm gonna say, think about it.
Hey, Brian, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I think we're good parents.
Really?
What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe we could be.
That's it.
Oh shoot! Hey yo! Hey yo!
He was expecting me to say partners. Said it real slow.
Hey yo!
Parents. What do you
That's
think?
actually good. That was actually. I'm like, yeah, okay. I definitely got see now the challenge.
Done that to like 2 niggas. 2, right?
Yeah.
Like said the word that started with the same level that they thought I was gonna say, but another word that was like a step further, and they was just like, well, now I get some stuff with this bitch, huh? Yep, for at least 6 months. At least 6 months.
Wow, that's oh shoot.
So now you have to answer it.
Oh my goodness, wait, hold up.
It's not recording. Oh, you did it twice.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to.
He said the floor said it was so nice. I won it twice. What you looking for?
Your number. Can I have it? Yeah. Hey, y'all saw that? Ate that up. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. It worked every time.
I have a child named Michelangelo, but it starts with M and then U. No, it's because of this podcast.
Yeah.
Right? No, that's why that happened.
Hey, yo.
So I had someone pull a looking for your number, like pickup line on me before, but it was cornier than that. And like I Still angry.
Well, that one was smooth.
No, we spilled the drink and everything, yo. But if a man,
it's part of the act. Yeah. She got a date.
Date, guys. But I have been since we live, and I ain't never gonna have to see this again.
Yes, you will. It's gonna be. No, it stays.
What?
It stays.
Wait, what?
That's how lives work. They post it, so we don't have to do all the editing. You that's what live is. She's good. This is why she was deleting Raisin in the Sun.
Because niggas don't know when I'm really having real moments. That's the whole conversation we have.
I know she didn't know that, but it's just hilarious. But that's how lives work. How do you think people keep saying this is great? This is the night. That's so dope. Oh my God. No, they share. No, they see it afterward. Lord Jesus.
5 year. Back to what I was
turn
saying.
your light on, okay? Turn your light on. Check your battery. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da.
Fuck it now. Fuck it. But I'm only saying shit. Y'all gonna come back to episode number 7 and be like, what happened to her? She found out it was recorded.
Please, she gonna be right there. She don't care. She is 10 toes down with everything.
For the episode that I'm twerking on, that's gonna be the one.
Lord Jesus.
Bitch. When I get those bare vomits.
Oh, we still that's
what I want for Christmas. Those TikTok
what
titty and ass gummies. I'm gonna send you the link. That's what I want for Christmas. I want 2 bottles of that.
I'll tell you what I want for Christmas.
Hey, you just might.
No, it ain't. It is a no, I wanna no, I want what's that song? So be careful.
About a non-singing ass Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah. Actually, no. What's her name can sing her behind on?
Nicole.
I mean, down. She can sing down.
All right, I'm gonna send you a few documentaries and see how you feel about it.
No, I've seen her live. No, like theater, not like where she can hide behind anything.
No.
I know she's there. But I'm talking about no, I said she could sing down.
Get to the last second.
I'm getting into it.
Oh, sorry. Because I don't want to keep smashing these.
That was the last segment.
Oh, what?
The game.
Bruh, you're correct. You're absolutely correct.
Now the actual last final segment is the closeout.
All right, let's do this closeout.
She's so hyped up on this little appointment she got tonight. She don't even know how to act. Anyway.
Still not to rush it. Like I was letting it marinate.
Well, while I retrieve my lunch,
I'm listening. For your final thoughts, Mary Beth.
You can give yours. Do you have any?
Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Okay, so there it is. It was crazy. But no, I'm gonna put it to you this way. Love is complicated, y'all. Whether it's a response to trauma, whether it's a fresh love because you never had it, like puppy love, whether it's a friendship love, whether it's a godly love for someone that you go to church with, whether it's that secret love that you had with that best friend that's with somebody else, but you don't want to tell them that you like them, that type of thing. So you just continue to let the toxic friendship and jealousness go on between your best friend and the person that you're actually with. Yeah, I see it, but I don't say anything. I just mind my business and walk away because I'm good where I am with mine. But what kind of love that is, you need to make sure that it's coming from the right place. I'm not saying that you're loving wrong. I'm not saying that you're loving right. I said make sure it's coming from the right place. Don't love somebody because of opportunity. Don't love somebody because of connectivity, meaning who they're connected to. Don't love somebody because of what they can do for you. And don't love somebody because of what they look like. And I mean love in the intimate way right now. Because what's going to happen is that soon is going to backfire. Because just as you, because that person, you like the way they look like, let's say those looks go away in about 20 years, and then you're looking at somebody that you don't necessarily like what they look like, and now they're cheating or you're cheating. Then you come to the one where you're doing something for what they can do for you. Then when they get tired or they run out of expenses to do said thing for you, then all of a sudden you're not attracted to them. There you've wasted their time and more so your time. Go into the love expecting nothing. Go into the relationship expecting nothing. Because once you go with the expectations of what you had, you might be disappointed. Or you might not, but don't run the risk. Because who wants to run the risk of being hurt? Not I. This ain't Fear Factor. I got one life. It ain't one life. And if I get hurt or cut or have a heart attack or have a stroke because somebody else is messing with my mind and love and stuff like that, ain't no prize coming out of that. It's just, oh, well, hope you recover. Might not be the same, but hope you recover. I'm not doing that. That's why I'm happy where I am. It ain't easy. It ain't cake and pie, but it's worth it. You know what I mean? You know, it is what it is. A lot of us don't want to do the recipe. We want to do the hungry man. Yeah. You know what I mean? You could go and finish that. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Just because it's convenient don't mean it's right. We all like all of them nasty snacks, but we know after a while it what is it gonna do for us? Nothing. So just take your time. Learn what love is. Go in and want to stimulate the right one, knowing everything. That's what you gotta do. All right. Love y'all. Ah,
Love you.
peace. Be legendary.
And chicken grease.
Dude. Yeah, yeah, I gotta figure out how to turn this thing off. Oh, we gotta do our ending toast. Sorry, I forgot. My bad. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. All right.
Toast us out.
Toast us out, Regina Gina. G. All the G's capital.
To love grease. Wait, love hair and chicken grease.
Love peace and hair grease. Love peace and hair grease. Love, peace, and soul.
To love. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know it now. I hear it. All right. To love, peace, and soul.
Boom. Bye. Love y'all. Bye.